What's Gucci, everyone? It's AG here again, and today I'm going to be doing some problem solving in a new language I've been working on called Ruby. And what I did here is, as you can see in the comments here, which are donated by hashtags, is that I have a little problem. If we list all the natural numbers below 10 that are multiples of 3 and 5, we get 3, 5, 6, and 9. The sum of those multiples is 23. And then it wants you to do the same thing, but it wants you to find all the multiples of 3 or 5 below 1,000. So that means something can be a multiple of 3 and 5 and still count like 15, 3 times 5. And so the purpose of this, if you go on EulerProjects.com, all of the link in the description below, it has all these kind of mathematical problems or text-based problems you can perform, you can do. It has hundreds of them to kind of, just learn or do math or kind of have some fun if you want. And what I'm going to be doing is, this is the very first problem. It's one of the simplest ones, and trust me, they get extremely difficult. But what we're going to do here is we are going to do this problem simply. And well, the easiest way I can think of doing this is, first of all, we need to kind of create an array of the numbers from 0 to below 1,000. In this case, we'll start with 1 because we know 0 isn't a multiple of 3 or 5. So I'm gonna, in the Ruby-ish way, I'm gonna do 1 dot 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 1,000, and what this does is this selects the numbers from 1 up to 1,000, so not 1,000. It goes 1 to 999. If I have 2 dots, it's 1 to 1,000 inclusive, meaning it includes 1,000. But I'm gonna do 3 dots, and what I'm gonna do is like in again Ruby fashion. You're gonna see how nice Ruby is once I'm done with this, because this isn't gonna take much. I'm going to take the enum returned from this, which is going to be converted to an array for select. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to select basically only numbers that are divisible by 5 or divisible by 3. So I'm going to do num. So what I'm doing here is I'm giving it a block donated by curly braces. And what the curly braces do is they say it's a block. And this is what's really cool about Ruby, is that you can pass in blocks. And so when you pass in a block, it's kind of just giving your function an internal way of how it's going to handle things. So what I'm saying is that select means only return values from this array 1 through 1,000, in which these conditions, num is divisible by 5 or divisible by 3, in only which those conditions are true. So for instance, if I just let me do some incremental testing here. So what I'm doing is I'm going to do puts, and what that is, it's going to print out these values, and then I'm going to run this program. And sadly, it's kind of tough for you guys to see here, but if you see, I printed this all out, and as you can see here, we have 999, which is divisible by 3, 996, which is divisible by 3, and 995, which is divisible by 5, and then I've got 3, 5, 9, 6, 10, 12, and so I've got all those handy values. So there we go. So now I have all of these values, right? So pretty tight. So now I have all the values I need. I have all the multiples below 1,000 that are divisible by 3 or 5. And so now all I need to do is sum them up. And so the really easy way to do this is I can call the inject method. And so the way the inject method works is it basically sums things in an array, however you want to sum it. So if you want to sum it by taking a subtraction of the numbers, anyway, yeah, it kind of does its duty to clump all the things in an array together to give you one kind of solution. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to say inject, and then I'm going to give it the plus. I'm going to give it the symbol of a plus. I give it a colon, and so what that does is, essentially, since I'm giving that symbol, Ruby recognizes that operator, a plus, and it decides to sum all the numbers up. And so when I run it again, as you can see here, I get 333,168. Sorry, I can't read my numbers. And that's the answer. And that's how easy it is to do something like this in Ruby. Pretty cool, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please comment below, and have the best day of your life. Hi again, everyone. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys for liking, subscribing, and commenting on this video. If you want to watch more videos of the same category, you can click over here. And if you want to watch any new videos and learn something new, you can click over here. Have the best day of your life.